Hey guys, how we doing? So Dan from Trading with Dan here. This is our Forex TD update for the day. So we will go straight over to those charts. So yeah, Euro US dollar. As you can see on the 4 hour, we sort of had this 4 hour close above the 9 candle, which triggered a buy trade off this 4 hour candle. So obviously your stop is below this candle, so it's quite a wide range, but clearly the target is back up to this level here. So good risk reward trade. So yeah, we started on the 4 hour. We'll go to the daily anyway. But yeah, so daily you can see nothing really TD wise here. The daily, to be honest, looks more like a tightening range, so maybe we won't make it all the way up to the top. Maybe we'll only make it up to around this level here, but we'll have to see how that goes. I mean, it still does look like a bull flag, so it's got every opportunity of getting to the top and breaking on upwards. So that's definitely something to consider about this, but nothing TD wise on the daily. And also 12 hour looks like it will price flip to a green one, which will obviously be good for the price action, and then potentially 9 green 12-hour candles to take us back up to that target, and potentially above. So that's kind of what I'm looking at here. Not looking too bad. We obviously got what we have got here is the golden cross on the daily, which also we often test back into this, so that would be the only real bearish thing I'd look at. Well, not that it's not. I mean, that's very negative of me to look at a golden cross in a bearish way, but we often test the golden cross and then move on upwards. Not just in this asset, in any golden cross on the daily. So yeah, something for us to consider, because yeah, I mean, if we take out this low, I'd expect us to test the daily, but that could be a really good buying opportunity, but that doesn't have to happen. We can break up and come and test the 200 daily at some point down the line. It's not too much of a problem there. Right, so cable on the daily, we've got that daily 9. Yeah, we're basically below that, trading below now, closed below, now trading lower, so this is in a sell trade. The sterling cable. So yeah, so obviously if your US dollar is potentially a buy and cable against the dollar is a sell, I guess that makes the euro pound a buy, and we can just ignore the dollar. Yeah, but anyway, so yeah, this is kind of what we're looking at here. Yeah, moving downwards. The daily 9 looks like it'll play out potentially down to this level, maybe lower. Let's have a look on the 12 hours. Not a lot really to read on the 12 hour. Let me just check whether, yeah, we're below the 200 day on here, so, and we are kind of below these moving averages, and 21 looking like it's going to start to curl down, so this could start to develop into a bearish posture for these moving averages. And then 4 hour 4 hours, you can see here, yeah, I mean, this is looking like it wants to test down some downside. This is a clear as day downtrend. High, low, lower high, lower low, lower high, and are we going for a lower low? Nice 4 hour 9 there as well, and a 9 there, which basically we didn't manage to get above, so we accelerated to the downside. So there was no trade, and then nearly a 9 there. We'll go to the euro pound first. So obviously this is the one that we're potentially looking at as a buy. We'll go to the daily. Yeah, I mean, it's looking very bullish, very constructive. Nice moving average splay. Moved out of this pennant. Well, not a pennant. We were looking at it as a descending triangle in the formation, but I mean, we didn't get halfway through the length of it. So, but yeah, onwards and upwards, this is going. Nice 21. I think this will probably guide us up for a while in this asset, the 21 on the daily. I think this will potentially see some upside. 200 days starting to curl upwards as well. Yeah, I mean, this is looking bullish, just as we expected. Yeah, so I mean, realistically, get back to, I mean, kind of this is a level really we should really target. We'll get this drawn on. Ooh, that is a that's a thick line, that is, guys. Yeah, we'll sort that out a little bit, and we'll yeah, so, and we'll move this down. So this is kind of what I'm looking at here, in this euro pound. Yeah, nice move up is what I'm looking at. But yeah, obviously you can trade the breakout of this, and then cover it if we sort of come back into it, or you could buy now, have you stop below potentially here. yeah, this is looking bullish. Let's see if we can find it. We will struggle to find anything TD wise because we're in a tight range. That's all I'll say about this. Maybe on the 4 hour we'll have something. Again, I mean, we got obviously this 4 hour 9, but that's because we had this move up here into this sort of box that we formed. But yeah, nothing since then. So we're just waiting for a breakout here. So, but I would propose this is looking good for a breakout to the upside, I would say. And a nice looking trend line we will we'll basically draw in here. Yeah, we'll ignore that bit then. Nice little trend line that will potentially guide price up. So we'll actually, now we're out of this, we'll delete this top line. We'll have this trend line now, and I believe this will guide price up. Maybe we'll stay inside this formation until we meet this trend line, and that will then catapult us upwards. So that's kind of what I'd look at there. No real reason for it to be extended that high. Yeah, so that's kind of what I'm looking at here on the euro pound. Yeah, bullish on this. Oh, we missed the dollar index because we went to that one. Yeah, dollar index, nice 4 hour 9. You can see how 4 hour 9s have played out before. So this, for me, is stock market bullish, Bitcoin bullish, gold bullish, everything bullish. Dollar down is everything bullish, apart from obviously the dollar. Yeah. So yeah, this is looking good for a move down for me. We're basically at the level. So yeah, we're basically at the level really. Continuation above there. This is sort of the sell level, and we're like I just said, we're basically at the level, guys. I would expect this to take us down to what may be a forming trend. Oh, wow, this is getting a bit. This is getting a bit cluttered, this chart, but I'd expect it to take us down to here at least. And then obviously we can decide there if we want to break this and make a move down to the next level. So that's kind of what I'm looking at. I am bearish of this asset fundamentally, but obviously we've got our levels to trade it, and we've got so this is a nice entry for a new sell level. It technically didn't get the higher high there. I mean, if we want to look at this technically, we had a low, a high, what is in fact just a lower low, and is, well, just a lower high. So emerging downtrend really. So that to me would suggest, well, it would suggest that we're going to take out this line, make a lower low potentially around here and take that out. This is what I would get. Yeah, I'm bearish of this. I'm bearish of this fundamentally, and bearish of this based on this this chart as well. Daily, what is the daily saying on Aussie dollar Swiss franc? Yeah, we dropped out this trend line. This is one of my Wile E. Coyote trades. We dropped out the trend line. I think eventually we're going to realise we're out of it and come down. 200-day currently holding us up though. Holding us up. 21 starting to kill down. Golden cross will come in though. We'll have to make a beeline quite a bit lower to prevent this golden cross coming. So yeah, I mean, maybe people are eyeing that on the horizon before they want to necessarily get us too bearish. There was nothing TD wise on the daily. Nothing TD wise on the 12 hour other than this 9 here, which, I mean, we did have a weak bounce of price. 4 hour, I mean, there's not really, we're just too tight. We're too tight within this formation now. I mean, because sorry guys. Yeah, I mean, I'll just be waiting for this to drop. Not really. I mean, you could short this now and have you stop basically just above here, or even basically regaining the trend line, or you could wait to potentially sell it at the trend line at the retest. But I'll be looking for a down move in this. I'll be looking for a down move in this asset. Maybe it's done. Maybe it's had a little bit of its move. But yeah, so Aussie dollar, New Zealand dollar, daily first. Yeah, we're in this. We've got the box. We've got our range drawn out. Any closes above, potentially look then to either buy or then look for the retest. Buy the retest, but or below. Sorry, closes above or below. But this is very similar to the last one. My guess would be we're gonna come down and test the 200, and then we have decisions to make at the 200. It's obviously got horizontal significance at 200 as well. Its location has got horizontal significance. Yeah, nothing TD wise to look at. Nothing really here. And 4 hour nothing either. Just a type of, obviously you can see the clearly tightening range clearly developing here. US dollar, Japanese yen. Look at that for a nice 9, guys. Look at that. Let's go to the daily first though. And a nice resistance level we got rejected. So nothing TD wise. We are above all the moving averages, and they are going to be in their correct posture soon if we stay down here with the 21 crossing the 50. So this will be a developing bearish trend here, which could take us nice and low. But again, it's a US dollar. Look, that's what we're talking about. Dollar weakness. Japanese yen though is also a carry trade risk currency that gets sold. But yeah, I mean the dollar looks like it would get sold more. I guess it makes sense as the yen already does all the Japan does all its has been doing basically all its crazy quantitative easing rubbish for the past 30 years basically, and the US is only just seems to be embarking on that journey in a meaningful sense. But yeah, 4 hour 9 at horizontal resistance. Yeah, I mean was a just great sell there, great sell, great trade. Let's look at Canadian dollar Swiss franc. Canadian dollar Swiss franc on the daily first. Yeah, I mean we are looking for this horizontal really. Whatever this trade was off a smaller time frame, we obviously didn't get that. Yeah, so I mean look at the moving averages, looking very similar to the last pair. Looking like the 21's going to come down. We're going to get the display. We're below it. We couldn't even touch the 200 on the daily, so that isn't a inherent sign of strength. We've got a 12 hour 9 coming up, so maybe a test into this cluster on the 12 hour, maybe a test of this, and maybe another test of this really horizontal support, and then I would propose a breakdown from there would be a particularly good short trade. Yeah, I mean not really. Yeah, this here clearly was a 9 candle which then broke up. So there's your 9 reaction to the 9, the move up, and then immediately slammed down, which is obviously inherently bearish. So we'll delete that, but that's what that was. So we are aware that this asset is bearish. So yeah, 12 hours the only thing. I mean, yeah. So based on this 12 hour, maybe we're going to get another move up to here, and then I believe I would say a rejection of this could be an epic sell trade. Euro, Japanese yen, daily. Yeah, I mean we had the 9, we are struggling with it. Now we're looking like we're going to come down. This is looking weak. We've had our reaction off the 9, and now we're coming back down. I mean potentially this is the sell level now. We'll draw it on. This is the sell level, which is also the 200 days. So I mean you don't want to be selling the 200 day. That's all I would say about this. But we'll put the line on. You don't want to be selling the 200 day as a rule. It's just not a it's not proven. It's not a proven winning strategy, I'm afraid. So yeah, so we'll have to watch out on this. But yeah, I mean, this is just below the 200 days. So I guess getting below, holding below. I mean, if I was to sell this 200 day, I'll try and look to sell the retest. Just because I'll be cognizant of a bounce here. But I mean, how high can a bounce get when this is how high the bounce got off a daily 9, off the 200, the original time? I mean, I would attach a lot higher likelihood of breaking this 200 day and coming down on the basis that we've already had our little interplay with it with a daily 9 to give us a lot of help, and this is all we could muster. So yeah, that's kind of what I'm looking at there. 12 hour, yeah, just looking weak, just looking like we're just going to come back down. I mean, we had this we've got this basically area based on that daily 9, we broke above, and now we're back in it. So 4 hour, I'm guessing we had something. Yeah, nearly got to the 9 on the 4 hour before people couldn't wait to jump in and sell. So got front ran, and then down we go. Oh, and again we got a nice 4 hour 9 here. So maybe what I would expect. Here's my best guess, which is just the best guess. It's not necessarily going to happen. Is accelerate into this 9, get down here, bounce back up, and then come down and see you later. US dollar, Canadian dollar, US dollar loonie. Let's go to the daily first. Yeah, I can't really make much out of this. We sort of into playing with the 200. I mean, clearly in an overall bearish trend. Are we going to get supported by the 200 and come back up? I mean, this is one of those sort of things where you get, like I'm talking about, you get the 200, you get a nice bullish move, 200 and the 50 cross, nice. Obviously these weren't very far away from each other, but nice golden cross here. And then look, we come back and basically test the 200. We're not actually testing the cross, but eventually we do come back and test the 200. So if we are going to make a move up, it's going to be from here. But I mean, this is looking better than the last asset we looked at. So so far as a bullish trade is concerned. But yeah, I mean, I'm waiting for a break above here, or just selling a break below here. This is a less difficult one to read. 12 hours, just not really a lot of help. We're just in this range, and 4 hour a nice 9. So what I would propose, if we don't really get sell off on this 9, I mean, this is potentially looking like it does want to break up. So I would err on the side of bullishness on this. Aussie dollar, US dollar, this is looking like we're just doing nothing in a little bit of a range. A daily, I mean, yeah, we've got the levels really, haven't we? We've got the levels. So we just gotta wait for the move. Nothing, no trade here at the moment. Just look tight. I mean, you can see the pennant forming. You just gotta wait for the breakout of the pennant for a trade. There's no trade in this. Nice 4 hour 9. Nearly got the 9 down here. It's not looking like a bear flag though. Not a real reaction of the 9, but yeah, I would, if I had to pick a direction, it would be down, and it would only really be down to probably even this level here. New Zealand dollar, US dollar. Daily first, sorry. Daily. Yeah, I mean, I'll be looking at a bounce here. We've got the 21, we've got the moving average, 200, we're above the 200. I'll be looking for a bounce here. We've got this horizontal. I'll be looking for a bounce for the move up to here. I'll be bullish on this asset. Nothing TD-wise, though. There won't be anything TD-wise here either for us. And here, nothing TD-wise either. But yeah, I mean, I'll be looking for a move up. I mean, clearly you can have your stop just below here. But yeah, I'll be looking for a move up in this one. US dollar, Swiss franc. Yeah, I mean, we've got the 4R9, but let's look at the daily first. Very bad. This is an accelerating downtrend. So there's a lot of weight pushing this down. This is heavy. This is feeling heavy. It's dropped out of pennant, which has got, yeah, it's dropped out of pennant. I would propose this is coming down. Would be my definite bias for this. Definitely, maybe, definitely not financial advice. Yeah, yeah. And obviously we know that we just got that 4R9 as well. So yeah, I'll be looking at a move down. I mean, you can just have your stop above there, but target the bottom of here and potentially even drop out of that, and have a nice bigger move considerably lower. US dollar, Brazilian real, daily first, daily. These are the junk currencies that have basically just capitulated recently. These three pairs of junk currencies. Yeah, maybe we had to play out. I mean, there's not, yeah, basically taking this out onwards and upwards. Yeah, taking this level out to the downside. We will adjust this now. Downwards. Daily, we've got the 200 daily. I mean, there's not a lot of real decision in this market. This may end up just, I don't really know what this may end up forming. Just trade the breakout, really. I mean, I am obviously bearish of the dollar, so that potentially sends us down. But at the moment, we are up here. So you could take a short and just have a tight stop to target a move down to here and then even lower. I don't think that would be the worst trade. Oh, look at that, and there we go. And there's the 4R9 telling you that it's definitely not the worst trade. So yeah, potential nice sell trade in this. Nice move down, nice sell trade. We'll get rid of this arrow. Oh, it's because I click on it thinking it's going to deselect it, but I need to select a different one anyway. Yeah, where did we draw this trend line from? It's not the strongest looking trend line I've ever seen. We will basically move this to around here, and trading below here I think will definitely trigger a sell trade to at least the bottom of this range and potentially even lower. This is what I'm looking at. This is a sell for me. This is a sell. This is a sell fundamentally and based on these charts. Right, US dollar, Mexican pay. I mean, not just based on, but based on that, it's just a great risk reward trade. I mean, your stop can be tight, and your profit has got a lot of potential to run. Mexican peso. So we faked out 4R9, faked out, and then we came back in. This is a very mature looking ascending triangle formation. I mean, are we going to have one little test out? I mean, I don't need to look at this on the 4 hour. Yeah, this is looking bullish, but again, I have said that I am fundamentally bearish of the dollar, so that's just something to consider, but not that that matters. And not that we have to break out, but this is looking good. This is looking looking bullish. Yeah. It's looking bullish. 12 hour. This is obviously a bullish formation. Let me just check the moving averages on the daily. Not really a lot to look at other than the fact we're well above that 200, but we know how price can often like to come back and test the 200. But based on this, I mean, I know we've got the triangle, but I think I'd potentially just draw a break above here. We'll definitely see some more upside, I would have thought. And we got the accelerating, the ascending triangle as well. So, but obviously we can drop down out of this. We can drop out of this pattern. There's no drama. But yeah, that would be sort of be the trade, and obviously the break of this trend line will be the downside. The downside move, so we'll draw that on as well. Downside down to potentially there. Kind of what I'm looking at. Last one, US dollar Turkish. Have you ever seen a more complete perfect ascending triangle? Wow. Yeah, so that's on the 4 hour. On the daily, have we got anything TD wise? Just price flipping, too tight price action. To where the 200 days a million miles under price. Yeah, look at that. Long way under price. Yeah, but 21 moving up on the daily. Sorry, 12 hour. We're not going to have anything, but just wow, look at that. I mean, regardless of what is happening long term, I think this may pop to the upside. Just a fit. I mean, if you want to sell this, if you want to get short this asset and you're a market maker, just pop it to the upside, grab all that liquidity, and then slam us down. But yeah, but at the moment, looking like you don't want to be selling something looking like this. Nothing TD wise to help you. Yeah, so literally just trade the breakout of this formation, which I'm guessing will take us probably to up here, wherever that level's from. Probably if it's from here, so from a while back. Let's look at the daily. Yeah, I would actually delete this level. It's not so much, not so significant now. Yeah, so very bullish looking pattern, but like I said, we can drop any way out of it, but that's statistically bullish. Sorry, statistically we'll break out to the upside. But anyway, so that's it, guys. Remember, not a financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. Always do your own research. Remember to not listen to anything I say. And I will speak to you guys on the next video.